Joe Santos, Cody Bowen joining you for Wildcats basketball as we start a new season on the Wildcats basketball year. First game of the year as South Summit will be taking on the Uintah Utes as the big 3A school is in town, coming off a win this week against Grantsville, beating Grantsville 53-49. And so always a good matchup for Uintah. So we look forward to a great game tonight. Joe Santos is joining me, and we're excited to come off a big football season as the South Summit Wildcats won the 2A state championship, as you're all aware. And tonight, hopefully, we'll start a championship run in basketball. South Summit last year was the third-place team in 2A, beating South Sevier for third place. And Wasatch Academy as the two-time state champions. They've chosen to go independent this year, so no one in 2A will have to worry about Wasatch Academy. So it opens it up to a pretty exciting year for a lot of teams to have a chance back in the championship round. And we look forward to an exciting year of basketball. We'll be bringing you all the home games, both boys and girls this year of South Summit basketball. And the girls are out of town tonight at Layton Christian, so we wish them well down there and should have a great game for you tonight. Returning for the South Summit Wildcats to the basketball season is senior Bracken Santos. Ty Jones, who is hurt tonight off the football season, trying to heal up a hip. We have senior Jason Griffin and senior Zach Atkinson. And we also have move-in Matt Brady, the junior, who will be starting tonight. Also starting tonight will be Tanner Anderson filling in for Ty Jones. And so that'll be a great matchup for these Wildcats to get their feet wet a little bit. And a couple of guys will have to fill in as Mason Gines will not be playing tonight. And Jason McNeil will not be playing either. So a couple guys out, and we hope Ty Jones will be back soon. I think Mason Gines is out just one game, and I think Jason McNeil's out a couple of games. So new guys will get a chance, and Joe, that'll be a fun season. And it's always exciting to start a new year because you're not sure how these new guys will be playing without missing a few big seniors last year. A lot of points will be missing without Bo and Brad's points. But a lot of guys will have a chance to fill in, and ought to be a fun year.
It's going to be interesting who's going to provide the scoring for this team. I know a lot of those boys that didn't play basketball spent a lot of time, football, spent a lot of time playing basketball. So they'll see the new mix. Matt Brady in there, mix it up a little bit. He's a little bigger. It's going to help us inside. Good to see him come out. I know Coach Hatch talking to him, and also in the Deseret News complimented him, thought that he'll, especially by mid-season, will be able to really fit in well and give us a boost there down inside.
Well, he's exactly what this team needed. They got some speed, they got some shooters, but we didn't have a real big man that'll play down low, and I think he'll fill in well. He's a good-looking kid, about 6'4", 6'5", and I think they had him listed in football just over 200 pounds, so he's a nice big addition to the basketball team. And like you said, always nice to get some height in the basketball, as well as a nice skilled kid, has a nice shot, good soft shot. So exciting time. We're getting ready for the starting lineups. We'll have the Star Spangled Banner here shortly. So we'll take a quick break. Thanks for joining us, South Summit Basketball. And we'll join you here shortly right after we do the national anthem. Always a beautiful view to see that big flag drop right from the center of the ceiling, and it's been a nice addition this past year to the South Summit Gym, and also need to come up and see the gym at some point as well. They've added some beautiful new green banners displaying the state and region championships. And so beautiful gym, beautiful place. Start this season. Starting for Uintah is number 4, Hayden Bunderson. Number 5, Jury Beds. Number 10, Brady McNamara. Number 22, Jordan Cushing. And number 23, Max Mansfield for the Uintah Utes.
Maxfield at 6'4".
Yeah, they got 5 seniors starting for Uintah. And biggest man on the court there for Uintah is 6'4". So starting for South Summit, number 1, Bracken Santos. Number 20, Zach Atkinson. Number 15, Jason Griffin. Number 11, Tanner Anderson. And number 40, Matt Brady. So a little bit different starting lineup tonight. Couple of guys getting the start with Ty Jones out, Mason Gines out. So Tanner stepping in, and great opportunity for these guys to start the season off. These guys are away this week at Ben Lomond 3-game tournament on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's going to be quite a while till we have another home game as they go off on some tournaments out of town for a couple of weeks. I think the next time they're in town is December 13th, I believe, against Union. And so it'll be a couple of weeks before we get to see them again. So a nice chance to open the season here at home against a big 3A school, possibly going 4A in the next realignment. They have them listed to go to 4A. They're about 1,200 kids at Uintah High out in Vernal. And in town, always fun to see a good competitive game to start the year. Matt Brady will tip off for South Summit along with Mansfield from Uintah, and Mansfield gets the tip to start the game. Number 4 for Uintah, Bunderson, passes left, and a blocking foul to start this game as Jason Griffin tried to get the charge. He's unable to draw it, and that's going to send number 22, Cushing, to the line to start this ball game as he drove hard left side of the court, holding that elbow as he went down hard and hit that elbow hard on the floor, and see if he can shake it off to shoot 2. 7:52 just underway in this first quarter. And Uintah's first shot is up and good as Cushing gets the first points of the ball game.
He's got a little pad on that elbow. Hopefully that helped that not hurt quite so bad.
Hurts him right the edge of that elbow. Smashes on that floor. Doesn't seem to bother his shot as he's 2 for 2 from the line, and Uintah's out to a 2-0 lead. Santos now brings it up for the Wildcats, and Uintah in a zone defense. The South Summit will try to make their way. Nope, now they're shifting a little bit. I'm trying to find out what they're in. Santos in a little bit of trouble on the right elbow, trying to find some help. Ball's deflected, goes inside, and ball's stolen away by Uintah. South Summit having a tough time finding some offense on that first possession. Coming back now for Uintah. Bunderson over to McNamara and up to Cushing. South Summit always in a tight, hard man-to-man as Brady out high. Cushing goes hard to the lane again, and he's going to be fouled one more time and will go to the line for 2 more shots, consecutive 2-shot fouls on South Summit.
A little weird on that drive. It looked like he may have carried or palmed the ball. It took a while to have that develop.
Foul on number 11, Tanner Anderson, his first personal foul. Second team foul on the Wildcats. And Jordan Cushing, 3 for 3 from the line. Start out for Uintah. It's a 3-0 lead in the first minute for Uintah. And he hits 4 in a row. Great shooting there by the senior Jordan Cushing. It's a 4-0 lead for Uintah. Tanner Anderson, left wing, goes up top to Santos. And now Santos trying to get something called for the Wildcats. Santos dribbling hard right, goes into the lane, and blocking foul on Uintah. Number 5, Jury Beds, picks up the foul. First team foul on Uintah. They'll call it on the drive. That'll put the ball down under the baseline. South Summit basketball. Bracken Santos goes low. Nice pass to Griffin, and Griffin gets the first basket of the 2014-15 season. It's a 4-2 lead for Uintah. They come out in some full-court zone pressure. Uintah does a great job of breaking the pressure. Matt Brady looks like he got away with a foul as there was good body contact. Officials don't call anything, and it'll be out of bounds as Matt looked like he was all over him. Uintah will inbound. Baseline, they go right to Beds. And Beds cross court. Ball's knocked away. McNamara picks it up top of the key and over to Bunderson. Bunderson goes down low to Mansfield. Little turnaround jumper at the foul line. No good. Santos with the rebound. South Summit on the run. Kicks out to Griffin. Griffin left side. Ball's knocked away. Rebound by Anderson. Keeps the ball alive. Great job by Tanner on the offensive board. Little high post jumper from Brady. No good. And Cushing for Uintah comes down with it. South Summit got a couple of good looks there. Ball was knocked away from a good Griffin shot. Brady unable to convert as back underneath Uintah. Nice pass to Mansfield. Mansfield ball's knocked away. He gets the offensive board up off the glass, and Mansfield gets the 6 point for Uintah. It's a 6-2 lead for the Utes. Santos, ball's knocked away, and Griffin will get the carom. And Griffin now will bring it up for South Summit.
I think it's going to take a little time for these boys to get playing where some of them haven't been playing.
Yep, some of them just ended football a couple weeks ago. And so it'll take some time to find a little rhythm here as they've only been practicing against each other. It's always nice to get a quarter in against another team, and I think Uintah has a little bit of a advantage having played a whole game thus far. A lot of contact being left from South Summit. Looked like there's been 2 or 3 fouls that have been let go. As in this man-to-man defense, South Summit's trying to see what they can get away with aggressively. As inside, the ball goes to Beds. He tries to scoop up off the glass, no good. And Anderson comes down with the board. Tanner Anderson over to Santos and back up to Bracken from Griffin. Zach Atkinson, left wing. As Uintah.
A little extended man, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of an extended man. And Zach Atkinson pulls up for a 3. No good. Rebound to Uintah. And Beds will bring it up for the Utes. Kicks over to Bunderson. Bunderson up top to Cushing. Deep 3. No good from Cushing. 3 or 4 feet outside the three-point lane. Back comes the Wildcats. Zach Atkinson unable to handle the pass. Turnover South Summit. A little erratic, as we mentioned.
I'm a little surprised at how they don't really crash the boards as hard as I thought they would.
Is that Uintah?
Yeah.
Uintah comes with a couple of 6'4" guys out here. So not a real height advantage for the Utes. Pretty evenly matched man for man each team is. As now a little pick and roll and a little too far as Mansfield does a nice job jumping out of bounds, throwing it off the hands of a South Summit defender. It'll be Uintah basketball underneath. So tough place to inbound, deep in the corner. No trouble getting it out to Bunderson. Up top to McNamara. Zach Atkinson guarding him closely there, trying to find Cushing, left wing. Cushing working against Brady. Tries to go baseline. Good help from Griffin. Down low, Cushing. And they're going to get it for travel. And good help there as Griffin came over, got his big hands up. Forced Cushing to shuffle his feet a little bit. Turnover from the Utes, South Summit basketball.
I thought it was going to be 3 seconds. They were down in there a long time.
Yeah, he kept trying to pump fake, got his feet moving. South Summit ball. Need to get a good shot up. Trailing by 4. Nice look down low to Griffin. Beautiful pass from Matt Brady, top of the key to a posting Jason Griffin down underneath. He went up strong, gets fouled. Second team foul on the Utes. That'll send Griffin to the free throw line to shoot 2. Griffin's got the only points for the Wildcats.
That's good to see a good pass from Brady, entry pass there.
I like to see that from Jason, too. Get a little more of a presence down low. He's a great outside shooter, but they're going to need him to work down low from time to time as he and Brady really provide the only size for South Summit. As 3 guards tonight, Atkinson, Santos, and Anderson will work a 3-guard system with Griffin and Brady down low. Griffin hits 1 out of 2. It's a 6-3 lead for Uintah, and South Summit comes back out into a 1-2-2 full court press. They go middle to McNamara. McNamara has the ball knocked away by Anderson. Good hands. And it'll be Uintah basketball at the baseline. 4:07 left in this first quarter. Low scoring first quarter. And a little bit of confusion over who knocked the ball out. Coach Hatch trying to get a call, unable to get it as Uintah will inbound under their basket. Bunderson tries to get into the lane, does, off the glass, no good. Fight for the ball, and it goes off Bunderson's head. It'll be South Summit basketball.
He didn't reposition before he hit the ball either.
4:01 left, first quarter, 6-3 lead, Uintah. Santos calls the play for the Wildcats. One of the only returning starters on this team from last year, as Griffin has the ball knocked away and stolen. Great hands by Bunderson. jumped up, knocked it away, and back he comes with the Utes. Over to McNamara, trying to find number 12, who's checked in for Uintah. Carson Davis was posting low on a little bit of a mismatch. How many inches does he have on Anderson, Joe? 5 or 6?
Yeah, at least 6.
Carson Davis, a 6'3", senior, checking in. Tanner Anderson listed at 5'10", so about a 5-inch mismatch there as they shifted up a little bit. Anderson goes out, and checking in, sophomore Nick Beasley, who will provide a nice sub there for South Summit on a matchup trouble. Much more evenly matched as Beasley and Davis are about nose to nose right there as Cushing gets in low, hangs in the air, unable to get it, fight for the board, and Atkinson comes down for the Wildcats to Beasley. Beasley having a tough time handling the ball, and he'll fumble the ball out of bounds. Tough break for South Summit. Another turnover. Too many turnovers in this first quarter as now Caden Atkinson will give Matt Brady a breather as another sophomore checks in. So Atkinson, Griffin, Santos, Zach Atkinson, and Beasley on the court for South Summit. Over to Davis, right wing, trying to find a cutting cushion. No, and McNamara now goes left. He kicks it out to Bunderson. Bunderson into the lane. Ball stolen away. Good hands by Santos. Nick Beasley out in front. Goes up and under. He's fouled and goes in. Nick Beasley with a great shot as he's able to maneuver in the key. Gets the bump with the body, and he'll go to the free throw line, try to finish a three-point play. Shuts this lead down to 6-5 now. Beasley can tie it up with a free throw.
Which, with the way we started, tying it up at 6-6 is going to be a great deal.
As it's been slow starting, great offensive punch here right off the bat for Beasley. He's short on the free throw. Caden Atkinson fighting hard for the offensive board, unable to come down with it. And Beasley unable to tie this ball game up. 6-5 lead, Uintah. And Uintah pulls it out a little bit. Great defense from South Summit, denying, and a flagrant elbow goes to Griffin. Woo! That's a tough one. As Cushing getting excited as he puts an elbow right into the head of Griffin.
They let him do that.
And he starts yakking a little bit, clapping his hands in the face of Beasley. And a nice job there by the Uintah coach to get him out. A little excited. And that's going to get things warmed up as that JV already had people a little excited. And that'll certainly do it on opening night of South Summit basketball. South Summit trying to take their first lead of the night. Go up top to Santos. Santos into the lead. Nice run there by Santos. And they're going to get a blocking foul. Santos went hard into the lane. He'll go to the free throw line. Ooh, looked like the man was there set. South Summit gets the call as Coach Mansfield from Uintah saying, what more does my guy got to do? Santos will shoot 2. First shot is short from Bracken Santos.
We're having a hard time tying this up.
Yep, we are. We're only 1 for 5 from the free throw line so far. And Santos is second. Oh, just rims out. No good. 2:30 left. South Summit still trailing by a point. Looks like it's going to be a fun game tonight here to open the 2014 season as Davis tries to find a cutting McNamara. No good. Nick Beasley doing a great job defending him out high. Mansfield tries to get inside. And Davis travels with the ball. Joe, intensities.
Yeah, a little much. I think the emotions are running a little wild here for both teams, but we're matching it. As long as we can make some free throws, we'd have a pretty good lead right now.
I'm almost surprised they didn't call something a little more flagrant on Cushing there with that elbow.
Well, that and he went and
then started chirping. Yeah. So 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Low scoring first quarter. 6-5 lead for the Utes. Beasley inside. Kicks it out to Caden Atkinson. Atkinson open for a 3. It's up. No good. And the rebound to number 10, Brady McNamara for the Utes. Over to number 5, Beds. And up top to McNamara. Wide open 3, and it's good. And after a long drought, Uintah gets on the board again, extends the lead to a 9-5 lead. Down low to Atkinson's got an open look on a nice pass from Santos, and Caden Atkinson gets on the board. 7-9 lead for the Wildcat, or for the Utes, trailing by 2, and Beds with the three-pointer. Now it's starting to heat up. 12-7 lead for the Utes. Back-to-back three-pointers from Uintah.
Better get out and guard that.
So it is 12-7 for the Utes. doubled their score in the last 2 possessions. And Santos trying to get in the lane, and does, up off the lane. Bracken Santos with his first bucket of the night. It's a 9-12 lead for Uintah. And Uintah throws the ball out of bounds, gets the turnover. 56 seconds left in this first quarter. Santos will get a break in these last 56 seconds. Checking in, another sophomore, Brandon Danzy. Oh, he's checking in for Zach Atkinson. No, who did he check in for? I didn't see who went out. Beasley went out. So on the court, Santos, Griffin, Danzy, Zach Atkinson, Caden Atkinson. Santos walks it up for the Wildcats. 9-12 deficit for the Wildcats. Go over to Danzy. And Caden Atkinson, back cut to Griffin. Nice move by South Summit. Blocking foul, and he counts it. Beautiful play there by South Summit. As Griffin went to the right wing, back cut a quick man. Caden Atkinson delivered it on the assist. Griffin gets the follow, and Griffin now leading South Summit in scoring with 5 points. He's got a chance to tie it up again right here as Griffin will go to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2 on the night. And each crowd starting to chime in here a little bit, showing their displeasure.
Get a little wound up. There's a dad up here that's from Uintah that's pretty red-faced.
38 seconds left in this first quarter. And Griffin ties the ball game up, 12-12 on an exciting first quarter. A lot of energy as now Uintah breaking the press there, kicks off to Mansfield. Mansfield goes up and gets the bucket. 14-12 lead. 4th point of the night from Max Mansfield. Santos back quickly, 25 seconds. He's in the lane again, and he counts it. Another foul from Uintah, and Bracken Santos will go to the free throw line. Great shot there by Bracken. Quick feet, soft off the glass. He's fouled. And their first lead opportunity for the Wildcats. If Santos can hit a free throw, 0 for 2 on his first round. See if he can't find it on this 3rd free throw. Short again, and it rolls in. Good job, Bracken. It's a first lead on the night, 15-14 lead. And South Summit now trying to defend on this last possession. 17 seconds and counting. They go up high to Bunderson. Bunderson now extending, trying to burn some time off, not wanting to give South Summit a look. Bunderson goes to Beds with a deep 3, hard off the glass. Atkinson's got a chance. 1 second, got to heave it up. He's got a chance, no good. It's off the glass. And with that, an exciting first quarter. South Summit takes a 1-point lead. After 1, South Summit leading 15-14. All right, a fun and exciting quarter to start off the season here. South Summit trailed early, had a tough time getting things going offensively. Some subs came in, provided a nice little spark for this offense. Got Griffin going, got Santos going. Nick Beasley with a big shot. Caden Atkinson with a shot as Bracken had 5. Griffin had 6. Nick had 2. Caden had 2. South Summit leads 15-14. They get the ball to start this second quarter. And they go off to the right side to Atkinson. Atkinson in some trouble. Ball's knocked away. It's going to be kicked. Ooh, another break there for South Summit. Zach got into some trouble. A little bit of a double team. Ball got loose.
That was like a quadruple team.
Kicked around a little bit. It goes to South Summit. Griffin with the deep 3. No good. And McNamara gets the board. He runs it out quick. And ball's knocked around a little bit. Checking into the ball game, traveling, number 24, Trevor Shirtlift checks into the ball game. Couple of subs here by Uintah. Number 25, Mason Harris, another 6'5 senior. As Uintah's got a lot of seniors on this team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seniors on this team. So a senior-heavy roster for Uintah is deep inside from Santos. Great assist to Griffin. Down low again, and Jason having a great game to start off. His 8th point. It's a 17-14 lead for South Summit. Tanner Anderson, nice defense. As Beds gets the loose ball, little scoop up, fight for the rebound inside, and inside comes number 24, Shirtlift with the offensive board and putback. Gets the bucket, he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're
fouls on number 4.
Pressure down on Uintah.
They're allowing a lot of contact from South Summit as number 4, Caden Atkinson, gets the foul, his first personal foul, and the 4th team foul on South Summit. And Shirtlift will try to tie this ball game up with the free throw. It's up and good. And Shirtlift gets his 3rd point of the night. Some full court man-to-man pressure put on by Uintah as Santos cross court to Atkinson. Goes down low, ball stolen. Errant pass there by Atkinson. Knocked away, and Bunderson comes back for Uintah. Goes top to Shirtlift. Shirtlift into the key. Nice defense there by Griffin. Good job getting his hand on top of the ball. It's a jump ball. It'll stay with Uintah. 6:58 left, 2nd quarter. Tied up at 17. It'll be Uintah basketball on the baseline.
Good to see Griffin moving his feet, getting that block shot.
Griffin's got to stay in the game. He and Santos going to have to play a lot of minutes. As Bunderson goes left. Nice take there. As Bracken Santos gets the rebound, kicks it out to Beasley, and Beasley's going to get fouled. It'll be a 1-and-1 for South Summit. 8th team foul on Uintah. Foul is on number 5. That's Beds, and they put up 3. That's 3 on Beds. That's a tough break as Beds, one of the Uintah starters. He's going to have to come out of the ball game, and checking back in, Jordan Cushing. It's a 1-and-1 situation, and going to the free throw line will be Nick Beasley.
Let's go, Bees. Let's make both of these.
A lot of substitutions coming in for both teams. Santos Anderson, Caden Atkinson, Beasley, and Jason Griffin for South Summit. And Bees will go to the free throw line, shoot 1-and-1. First one is up and good. And Beasley gets his 3rd point of the night. Sophomore Nick Beasley, good scorer. And a nice
got
big
another
hit.
sophomore out there with Caden Atkinson.
Got 2 sophomores, a junior, 2 seniors out here tonight. And Beasley, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, starting to warm up from the foul line now, hitting 4 consecutive shots. The Wildcats take a 2-point lead, 19-17. Uintah now against this tough man-to-man from South Summit, working the ball around the perimeter, go inside to McNamara, kicks it out to Cushing. Cushing, deep 3, no good. And the rebound hustled by Beasley, who kicks to Anderson, and Atkinson now. Atkinson up top to Santos. Santos left wing to Beasley. Inside, ball's reached around by Cushing as Anderson tried going baseline. Ball's knocked away. It'll stay with South Summit. Number 13, Corbin Gardner will check in for the Utes. Checking out number 10, Brady McNamara. Santos will inbound for the Wildcats. And Brady back into the ball game. Griffin, deep 3, no good. Fight for the board. Brady down low. Nice board by Brady. Off the glass, no good. And Cushing comes down with it for Uintah.
Good rebound.
And number 4, Bunderson, brings it up quick for the Utes. Cushing behind his back, trying to get inside. Shut down well by Griffin. Shirtlift now, hands up for the Wildcats. Beautiful job there by South Summit, defending the pass, forcing a turnover, getting in the passing lanes. Hands up, good pressure D from the Wildcats. It's South Summit basketball.
Good to see Griffin moving his feet, stopping Cushing. Cushing's pretty quick with the ball there.
Yep, Jason doing a nice job, staying in good position, keeping his hands out. And Santos will bring it up for the Wildcats. Gets into the lane, dishes off to Beasley. Ball's blocked away by Cushing. And back into the ball for Bunderson. And Bunderson will bring it up. Beautiful block and save from Cushing, who got it to Bunderson. Now Shirtlift, left wing, guarded by Beasley. Good help there by Griffin, forces him out. Shirtlift goes down low to number 23 for Uintah, goes up, Max Mansfield. He gets fouled by Brady. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So Max Mansfield, senior, 6'4", forward for the Utes. 5:24 left in the second quarter. South Summit leading by 2. Mansfield can tie it up. First shot is up and good. Max Mansfield.
They can shoot free throws. They're smooth.
They are. In fact, they are 6 for 6 from the line so far. And like we said, I think a lot of it can be attributed. They got a game under their belt. Knocking the rust off a little quicker than the Wildcats. Mansfield's second shot is good. And Mansfield now has 6 in the half. It's tied up at 19. Santos and Anderson breaking the pressure for South Summit.
I wonder how many of them play football.
Hard to say. Big school like that. My guess is not many of them. Ball stolen away by Cushing, and Cushing loses it out of bounds. Break for South Summit as Uintah was on the break on the turnover. Bad pass there by Beasley. South Summit's got to take better care of the basketball as Griffin will inbound for South Summit. Too many turnovers in this first half, but still tied up with 5:06 left. Santos, right wing to Beasley. Beasley now trying to find some help, goes backdoor to Griffin. Griffin into the lane, and he'll travel with the ball. One too many steps, a little undecided what he wanted to do. Tried to go around Cushing, and he'll get the turnover. Consecutive turnovers from South Summit. Shirt lift. Now goes to Mansfield, guarded there by Caden Atkinson. And ball's knocked around, and Beasley comes down with the break. Kicks off to Caden Atkinson, no good. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Good break there from Beasley to Atkinson, and Caden Atkinson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
That was good to see them get out and push on that break.
Atkinson now will get his first free throws of the night. Probably wish he'd have finished that one. Wasn't a lot of contact. Not quite high enough off the glass, and Atkinson's first free throws too hard.
Some of those boys worked really hard on JV, so they're probably a little tired out there.
It was a tough JV game. As Atkinson's second is no good. Both of them deep. 0 for 2 there, Caden Atkinson, and Cushing comes down with the rebound. Still tied up at 19, almost halfway through this second quarter. Cushing into the lane with a nice runner. And Uintah goes back up on front, 21-19. Anderson up top to Atkinson. Thought about it, decided against it, goes to Santos. Santos now goes high post to Griffin. Griffin's got a chance to go to Anderson. Wide open 3. Tanner Anderson is good. And Tanner Anderson gets on the board with a big 3, and South Summit sneaks out in front by 1, 22-21. Continues to stay in that tough man-to-man. Tanner now guarding the ball as they kick over to Bunderson. Bunderson gets in the lane. Wild off the glass, no good. Atkinson with the rebound, kicks off to Santos. Santos will now bring it quickly back for the Wildcats. Tries to get in the lane, kicks it out, and he's going to be fouled on the arm. That'll send Santos to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1.
Come on, Santos. How many rebounds do you think Atkinson has? He's had a few.
Got 2 or 3. Doing a good job on the glass as Santos will go to the free throw line for a 1 and 1. Bracken with 5 on the night. Made his last free throw. 3:47 left. 22-21 lead. Just got a report from Layton Christian. South Summit girls lead 9-4 after 1. So the South Summit girls getting their opening night on the road at Layton Christian as Santos gets his second free throw of the night. 23-21 lead. As Bracken can extend this to a 3-point lead, would be the largest lead of the night for South Summit. And he gets it. 24-21 for South Summit. And Bunderson will kick over to Shirtliff. Guarded there by Griffin. Good denied defense there by Beasley. Santos comes up hard. And a holding foul called on South Summit. Down low, that's going to be on number 21.
Beasley.
Beasley picks up the foul. And that'll be the 16th foul on South Summit. One more, they'll be in the penalty. So it'll be inbounded on the baseline. Cushing will bring it in for Uintah. Cushing trying to find a man, finds Mansfield. Little jumper, no good. Big board there by Griffin. And Santos out to Beasley. Beasley cross court to Atkinson. Ball's knocked away by Mansfield. And it'll stay with South Summit.
I'll tell you, those sophomores need to... I think the speed of the varsity games surprised them a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of these cross-court passes Uintah's been able to get a hand on. Going to have to put a little more on it. as Zach Atkinson, right wing, get a little pressure, double team. Santos goes baseline, ball's knocked away by Cushing, fight for it. Good hands there by Cushing as Bracken unable to get it as it bounces out of bounds. Turnover South Summit again. Cushing has good hands, has been reaching around with those long arms. And really,
every time Atkinson gets it on that upper wing, they've
been trapping him. Yep. 3:02 left, second quarter. South Summit 24-21. Ball's knocked off his foot. Turnover. South Summit down to Beasley. Beasley all alone. Little pump fake. Good job. Nick Beasley with the bucket. Nick's now got 6 on the night off the bench. 2:49 left in the second quarter. South Summit now is extended to a 5-point lead. And number 13, Corbin Gardner, is checked in for Uintah. He pulls up for a 3 off a dribble. No good. I think South Summit likes that shot. Deep, not much passing. Gets the big rebound, and South Summit can extend this lead. Santos over to Atkinson. Back to Santos, top of the key, setting things for the Wildcats. Goes hard left, up top to Atkinson. Thinks about a 3, fakes it, no. Atkinson, left wing. Kicks out to Caden. Caden into the lane, goes up hard. Nice shot by Atkinson, no good, a little rough. A little deep, and Bunderson comes down with the rebound. Number 22 now, Cushing. As Uintah trying to slow this pace down a little bit. Bunderson dribbles a couple left. Extending this defense, trying to get some back cuts. And Shirtlift now, extended high to Griffin. Down low to Santos, guarding Bunderson. Bunderson a dribble left, gets a back cut to Cushing. Cushing into the lane, nice pass to Mansfield. And Mansfield does a nice job off the pass from Cushing. And Cushing with the assist to Mansfield. Mansfield having a nice game. 8 points now for the Utes. And the Utes will extend some full court pressure, man-to-man. Santos should be able to break it on his own. Santos trying to go cross court to Griffin. He's fouled on the drive again. If you're a Uintah coach, you hate to see that foul. 40 feet from the basket. They'll send free throw line. Santos to shoot 2 now in the double bonus. Santos now has hit 3 in a row. Has 6 points, 7 points on the night. Can kick it to 9. Santos' first is short, no good. 1:30 left in the second quarter.
Did the Carl Malone's fade away. That's not good on free throws.
That looked like a little bit of a tired free throw. He's played some tough minutes, misses them both. 26-23 lead for South Summit. Minute and a half left in this first half. Mansfield guarded there by Atkinson. Goes up top to Beasley, and the Uintah coach wants a timeout. We'll take one. 1:22 left. South Summit leading 26-23. .122 left in this first half. It's Uintah basketball. Jason Griffin trying to get a quick one. Referee shakes his head, said, nope, that's Uintah basketball. They'll inbound right at half court. Back into the ball game. Number three, Logan Ewell checking into the ball game. And Mansfield trying to cut inside. Goes up top to McNamara. Back and forth on that left side, trying to find a post look. Ball knocked away by Beasley. Fight for it. It's a jump ball. Nice defense there by Beasley. I think it's going to stay with Uintah, unless they forgot to move the arrow. I thought Uintah had the last one, and it does go to the Wildcats. 1:03 left. South Summit, great defense there. Nick Beasley reached around, tied the ball up, got the turnover. Now trying to break the pressure. They go middle to Zach Atkinson. Over to Caden Atkinson, left wing. Kick it up top to Santos. Santos now working off the dribble. Goes to Caden. Caden inside to Zach, top of the key, pulls it out, sets it again for South Summit. 43 seconds left. Cross court to Beasley. Beasley goes baseline. Good look. He's hammered, and he'll go to the free throw line. Good move there by Beasley. Pump fake, got his man in the air, went baseline, gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Beasley now 2 for 3 on the night, has 6 points.
How many's that on Cushing? 3.
3 on Cushing, so Uintah getting in a little bit of foul trouble. 2 starters with 3, and Nick Beasley gets the first free throw.
I'm surprised the coach is leaving him out there with 39 seconds left.
He's probably thinking he just wants one offensive possession. Probably doesn't want to give the ball back. They'll probably be burning time as Beasley gets both. Beasley now has hit 4 free throws in a row. He's got 8 points on the night. 27 seconds left. See what Uintah does with this last possession. Cushing holding it out high, guarded by Beasley. McNamara, right wing, trying to find somebody, goes over to Gardner. And the ball is knocked away. Turnover, not what Uintah wants. We'll see if they bust out Cushing. They're going to leave him in. A little bit of a gamble. Cushing with 3. And South Summit will get another possession, leading 28-23. Santos over to Zach Atkinson. Down to Caden Atkinson. Cross court over to Zach. Zach pulls up with a jumper. Ball's blocked by Cushing. 10 seconds left. A little too quick for South Summit. Fortunately, 2 consecutive turnovers from Uintah. Killers if you're the Uintah coach.
Got to take care of the ball here.
Yeah, got to take care of it. They don't want to give South Summit 1 possession. They've ended up giving them 2. 5 seconds left. Santos is going to have to kick it or shoot. Ball's on the ground, and neither team will get a shot off as Santos lost control. Griffin trying to pick up the loose ball, unable to do it, and with that, South Summit, I think, will take that first half. A little bit of a sloppy offensive half, but a hard-working one as South Summit into the break has a 28-23 lead. And what was a very low-scoring first quarter has really picked up the pace offensively. And, Joe, what do you think that first half?
If you would have told me the way we started, we'd have a 5-point lead going at halftime, I'd say I'll take that anytime.
Yeah, we were looking rough there, but like we said, first few minutes of this 2014-15 season, 5-point lead against a good athletic Uintah team. We'll take it. We'll take a break, allow you to enjoy the Favines presentation. We'll try to come back with a few stats. We'll bring you third quarter action here in about 6-7 minutes. South Summit leading 28-23 at halftime.
Breakout bodies.
There's a whole bunch of songs we need off that.
You got to find them for us, buddy.
I didn't find the
Jason not playing at all?
No, just 2 games.
That's what eligibility does, it's just next 2 games?
No, if you're ineligible, if you are really ineligible, it's the whole quarter. But there was something I said that, something happened. Yeah, like I don't know. I've been wanting to go out.
A 1A. You get a 1A, but you show up.
We had straight B, 1C and 1B.
You're a butthead. Dude, you have to try to get a 1A.
And it's not like you didn't know. This isn't new to you. That's why it bugs me when you say, what do we need to do different? We don't do anything different. These kids know what it is.
That's right. Well, he shouldn't be that low to be bored with it anyway.
Yeah. It's not like it snuck up on anybody.
It's not like he's not capable of getting 3 out right.
At least. I mean, he's usually around a 3.
Wait till he takes a certain number of rides. He has to give him a half hour.
Wow. That should be good. I've been making Dave do 30 push-ups every night. I can't believe how much of a difference one week. When he first started, he was barely doing it. And his body was, now he's pumping up. That's made a huge difference, just shooting.
Yeah,
Catching the ball and swinging on.
You coach his team?
Jade brought him He did pretty well. He made some baskets last night, which is good. Problem is, he's
When did he play? Full game? That would be like you, do it after school.
I mean, other Casey Strasser isn't much bigger than him. Eddie.
Casey.
He's a heck of a little player.
He's a heck of an athlete.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he can play baseball, but he loves soccer.
I wish he would play baseball. He's a good little baseball player.
He likes soccer way too
He
much.
did.
Dad played in college.
Baseball?
Soccer. So you ain't getting him away from soccer.
Okay, 2, 4, 7 for Bracken, 2, 4, 6, 8 for Griff, 3 for Tanner, 2, 4, 6, 8, Nick, 2 for Kate.
15, 18, 26, 28. Oh, good, I'm right.
It's always nice to be right. You need that dude bopping around giving us paper.
No, where is he? Little Rain Man guy.
I wish you did. Played in basketball too.
We got about a minute and a half left in this halftime. Hope you enjoyed the entertainment there provided by the South Summit drill team and cheerleaders. As we have a 5-point lead for South Summit, leading scoring for South Summit. Two guys with 8 points. Griffin had 8, Nick Beasley had 8, followed by Santos with 7. Tanner Anderson with 3, Caden Atkinson with 2. That's 28 for South Summit. And for Uintah, they're led by Max Mansfield. He's got 8. Jordan Cushing with 4. Actually, he had 6. Trevor Shirtliff had 3. Brady McNamara 3. Jury Beds had 3. So, got a little heated here at times. A lot of excitement to start the basketball season. South Summit started a little bit slow offensively. The defensive pressure is always there, and I think that's one big asset. Is there's always a constant this team has done the last 2-3 years, which I think is, an attribute this coaching staff puts into them, as they work very hard on the defensive end, and it really does minimize some offensive slowdowns we have occasionally, and it certainly did that before, as we'd only scored 3 points probably 2/3 the way into that first quarter, trailed 6-2 with about 2 to 3 minutes left. Things started kicking off. Our offense finally started getting moving, and since then we've outscored Uintah by quite a few here, lead by 5. And, Joe, that'll be a fun, exciting second half.
Yeah, it should. It's, as we've discussed in the past, Coach Hatch usually does a really good job at halftime, coming out with a little push. And always hate to say things and jinx them, but I'm always excited to see how they come out after halftime and what changes Coach Hatch makes and what push they make.
All right, it'll be Uintah basketball. Switch ends. And South Summit now will be on the defensive side of the ball, as Bunderson will start it off for Uintah. South Summit stays in that man-to-man. Beds back into the ball game with 3 fouls. Cushing has 3 fouls as well. Trying to find McNamara as Cushing goes in the lane. A little runner. Great shot by Cushing, as he's pretty crafty off the dribble for a 6'4", 6'5" kid. Thin kid, but does well off the dribble. And he narrows the margin 2-3 as Brady takes the three-pointer. No good. And a quick shot from South Summit and a quick rebound by Uintah. They're back on the run. Cushing with an open 3, and Cushing with consecutive buckets. He's got 5 in a row, and it's all tied up just like that as Cushing, first 45 seconds, goes on a 5-0 run by himself, and it's tied up at 28. Brady trying to find some help, goes to Tanner, and up top over to Zach Atkinson. Griffin looking at a 3, decides against it. Goes up top to Santos. Slowing things down a little bit.
I'd lot rather Griffin take that 3 than...
As Griffin loses the ball out of bounds, Santos and Griffin miscommunicating on the pass. Turnover South Summit. Not the start South Summit wanted. Been outscored 5-0. Haven't gotten a good shot up off the offensive side, as Uintah now will try to take a lead into this third quarter. And like you said, these first 2-3 minutes are always big of this second half. Often sets a tone for this second half as Mansfield gets the jumper. 7-0 run by Uintah to start this third quarter, and Uintah leads 30-28. As Uintah seeming to be the team now that has made the adjustments, whether it's mentally or physically. 7-0 run to start this third quarter. As South Summit needs to get something going offensively. Brady now, nice pass inside to Santos. No good as Santos missed a little runner. And it is now a Uintah opportunity to extend this thing to a 4 or 5 point lead. Uintah trying to back cut on this South Summit pressure. Beds barrels in, blocking foul. And they count the basket as Brady gets run into. He comes up gingerly. Beds could have gotten his 4th as he has 3. They call a blocking foul on Brady. Threw the ball up, it went in. So Beds gets his 5th point of the night. Will go to the free throw line. And Nick Beasley's going to check in. It's just a one-shot free throw, so he ought to be able to come in. They gave him the basket. Why aren't they letting him check in if it's a one-shot free throw? If he misses it, he won't be able to come in. Now, makes it a moot point as Bed makes the free throw. It's a 10-0 run to start this third quarter. Brady will check out, shaken up a little bit as he got hit right in the sternum, it looks like. He's a little shaken up. Beasley will check in for South Summit. 5:51 left, third quarter. Uintah started this half on a 10-0 run. They lead by 5. And South Summit trying to get some go offensively. Nice pass from Santos. Short arm by Griffin. He gets the offensive glass. Great job there by Jason Griffin. A little short on the first shot. Goes right back up on the offensive board. Gets the bucket. Stops a 10-0 run by Uintah. And Uintah now leads 33-30. Bunderson on a little runner as Uintah has not missed a shot to start this third quarter. And Bunderson gets the shot. His first bucket of the night. As Beasley now come off the offensive board, gets his own, kicks it out to Anderson, goes up top to Zach Atkinson. And Zach now dribbling, goes to Griffin, top of the key. Griffin over to Santos. South Summit pulling it out, slowing it up, trying to get a good shot. 5 minutes left, third quarter. Uintah leading by 5, gets a high screen from Griffin over to Beasley. Beasley fakes right into the lane, finds a good pass inside to Griffin. 3 seconds called on Anderson. Tough break as South Summit had a great look on the good penetration there by Nick Beasley. It'll be a turnover on the 3-second call. Uintah basketball.
I think he actually called it on Griffin, not cutting clear through.
All right, it is Uintah basketball. Uintah Mansfield into the lane. Gets the offensive board, McNamara. And McNamara will cook out to Cushing. Cushing, deep 3 is no good. Another fight for the board. And Bunderson as Uintah just outworking South Summit on the offensive glass. Working hard to the loose balls. They'll get another look at the basket. They go inside to Beds, and Beds is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. And Beds will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. Foul is on number 11, Tanner Anderson, his second shot.
Being down 5's not so bad if we can get a stop.
And the first free throw way short there by Beds. As South Summit, as you mentioned, in a little bit of a scoring funk here. Start this third quarter and outscored 12-2. Beds now second free throw is good. And Bettis. 36-30 lead, biggest lead of the night for Uintah. Ball now stolen away as Atkinson a little careless with the ball. Turnover, South Summit. South Summit very sluggish on both ends to start this third quarter. Turning the ball over, poor shots as Griffin the only bucket on an offensive putback. On the court now, Santos, Anderson, Atkinson, Zach Atkinson, and Jason Griffin. As Uintah with all the momentum, and now they're going to get a foul on Caden Atkinson. Tried to step in front of the cutter, and he gets Bettis on the foul.
Got 3 fouls already, team fouls.
3 team fouls in this third quarter. Not the start South Summit wanted. As inbounding for Uintah. Goes to Bettis, and now Bunderson gets into the lane. Up off the glass, first miss of the quarter. Great shot there by Bunderson. Unable to convert. Santos quickly back. Beautiful pass to Griffin. And Griffin lays it up on a great assist from Santos. And there'll be a timeout on the court. We'll take one. South Summit trailing 36-32. 3:41 left in this third quarter. South Summit's come out a bit sluggish, being outscored 13-4 in this third quarter. Coach Hatch trying to rally him here out of the timeout. Led by 5 at the half, trailing now by 4. It'll be Uintah basketball. South Summit setting up some full court pressure. And 1-2-2 full court pressure. Bracken Santos at the point. And go cross court to McNamara. They get it across the half court line. Open now is Bettis. He nice tries to go baseline on Atkinson. Does. Ball rims out. Fight for the board. And Mansfield gets the putback. South Summit again allowing offensive boards. 38-32 lead for Uintah as Mansfield having a great night. Tanner Anderson wide open three. No good. And Cushing comes down with the board. South Summit now has got to get a stop on this defensive end. Cushing guarded closely by Griffin. Back cut to Bettis. Bettis up off the glass. It's a 40-32 lead for Uintah. Beautiful pass there by Cushing as Bettis back cut. South Summit defender got a beautiful look. Wide open shot up off the glass. 2:50 left, third quarter. And now Anderson goes baseline. Cushing reaches around. This time they get him with the reaching foul as he's reached around several times. They get him this time on the foul. That'll be 4 on Cushing, and that's a big call on Uintah. Oh, looks like they're only putting 3 up. Third foul on Cushing. They had 3 left up from the last half. So a little bit of a break there. Could have been 4 on Cushing. It's only 3. He'll stay in the ball game. Santos will inbound for South Summit. Atkinson takes the 3, and Caden Atkinson with a big 3. Exactly what South Summit needed. 40-35 lead as Atkinson gets his 5th point of the night. Good defensive pressure here by South Summit. Goes out to Bunderson. Bunderson goes baseline up off the glass. No good. Fight for the board. And Mansfield comes down with it. Put back is good. And Max Mansfield with the rebound. It's a 42-35 lead for the Utes. Santos into the lane. Ball's knocked off his knee. Ooh, bit of a break there for South Summit as the ball looked like clearly went off of Santos' thigh, but referee missed it. They'll get a break. Caden Atkinson in the lane, no good, but Griffin with the offensive glass, no good. Fight for the board. And Cushing comes out with it for Uintah. Good look there from Atkinson and Griffin, unable to convert. And Bettis with the open 3. It's offline, air ball, but good hustle by Bunderson as South Summit again failing to box out, and it leads to another hustle bucket from Uintah. Bettis. And now Uintah's extended to a 9-point lead, 44-35. And South Summit wants a full timeout. Guys looking a bit tired. 1:48 left in the third quarter. South Summit struggling, down 9. .148 left, third quarter. Uintah out to their biggest lead of the night, leading 44-35. Been a tough quarter for South Summit as Uintah's come out with some pretty good energy, getting a lot of loose balls. That's led to some more looks on the offensive side. They've taken advantage, shot the ball very well, and they've had a 21-point quarter, only had 23 at the half. South Summit has got to pick it up offensively. Try to get this lead down to 4 or 5 going in the fourth as Santos gets the inbound pass and calls the play out of the timeout. See if they can't get something going here on the offensive side. Santos now continuing to dribble, moving guys, trying to get his play set up. Santos goes over to Tanner Anderson and over to Zach. Looks at a 3, decides against it. Back up to the perimeter to Santos. Santos goes over to Anderson. Anderson down low to Zach. 3-pointer blocked again by Mansfield. as Zach Atkinson having a hard time getting it over the outstretched hands of these Uintah longmen, and he's going to get a blocking foul. Mansfield on the break. That'll send Mansfield to the free throw line, and he'll shoot 2. Fouls on Caden Atkinson.
Like we knew, it's going to be a little struggle to find who's going to be the offensive. Last year we got spoiled with being able to throw it to 2 or 3 guys that would end up scoring for us.
Richens last year and Bo Reidholtz both averaged into the mid-teens, and they provided a lot of offensive punch. This year offensively, South Summit, as you mentioned, has got to find who those guys are. Lane violation on Uintah, and so that'll wipe it off. 1:13 left, 45-35 lead for Uintah, 10-point lead. South Summit been outscored 22-7 in this half. And now Jason Griffin, right wing, goes up to Tanner Anderson. Trying to find somebody they can get down low, hasn't had much luck. And now patiently working the ball around the perimeter. Anderson up top to Atkinson. Open 3 from Atkinson, no good, but the offensive board to Santos. Up under, nice shot from Santos. Atkinson is going to get the offensive board. He struggles trying to get it out, travels under pressure under the basket. Good board there by Caden. Unable to prevent the turnover. It'll turn it back over to Uintah. 40 seconds left, still a 10-point lead for the Utes. And Bunderson now. Working the ball against this. Good man-to-man again for South Summit. South Summit's got a small team out on the field. On the court, I should say. I'm still in the football mode as McNamara goes up to Mansfield. Down to 15 seconds. McNamara hands off to Bunderson. Working the clock here, burning 40 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds now. Uintah's got to get in the lane. Bunderson kicks out to an open McNamara. No good, and Mansfield gets the board, and as time expired, Mansfield misses the bucket as they burn 40 seconds, prevent South Summit from an offensive possession at the end of 3 on a strong quarter there by Uintah. They outscore South Summit 22-7 and lead by 10 going into the last period. We're at the start of the fourth quarter. Joe Santos, Cody Bowen bringing you the opening night of South Summit basketball. South Summit had a good first half, led by 5 going into the break. Had a rough third quarter, and I got to make up some ground here as they trail by 10. Out on the court for South Summit is Santos, Griffin, Caden Atkinson, Tanner Anderson, and Zach Atkinson. As Matt Brady has been absent, must have been shaken up a little bit, hasn't been on the court much tonight. In a little bit of foul trouble, got banged in on a block foul. We haven't seen him since he went out. As Zach Atkinson trying to find Griffin, goes out to Santos, goes down low to Griffin, down, great position there by Griffin. Beautiful move there by Jason Griffin. Always has a soft touch around the basket. Nice left hand up off the glass. He'll finish exactly what we need in the break as he can shut this down from a 10-point lead to a 7-point lead. And Jason having a big night. He's got 14, leading South Summit. He's got a free throw to put it up to 15. And the free throw is good. Great job there, Jason Griffin. He's 3 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. Leads all South Summit scoring with 15. Cuts the lead to 7. Need a defensive stop here. Shurtleff into the ball game. Down low to Gunderson. Gunderson Bunderson goes up high, gets a blocking foul on Zach Atkinson. That'll send Bunderson to the free throw line. Zach was just a hair late, and I think a little too far under the basket. Needed to be a hair further out. Gets the blocking foul. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, needed to shut that off earlier. Seen it coming.
Bunderson's quick with the ball. He's quick off that dribble. Hasn't scored a lot, but he's the catalyst on this offensive side. First free throw is up and good as Bunderson gets his 3rd point of the night. And now Uintah leading by 8 again as Nick Beasley checks in for Zach Atkinson. 5 team fouls on South Summit, 2 on Uintah. So Uintah's got some fouls to give, which is okay if you're leading, which they do by 8, and Bunderson hits both. It's now back to a 9-point lead. 7:35 left to go in this ball game. South Summit trailing by 9. Atkinson down low to Griffin. Griffin, another great spot. Good move there from Griffin, and Griffin again on the offensive board. Gets the bucket. Jason Griffin, 5 points to start this 4th quarter. Back to a 7-point lead for the Utes. Griffin having a great night, 17 points. South Summit's got to get stops though. Just can't trade as Bettis goes into the lane. A lot of foul on a lot of contact. No foul called. And South Summit will continue to defend as Uintah will inbound on the baseline.
If we could get a stop here.
And ball's knocked away by Anderson and Atkinson on the defensive pressure on the inbounds. Need a stop, as you mentioned. Goes to Cushing. Cushing ball fakes, gets Jason Griffin up, tries to go inside to Shirtliff, hard off the glass, but Cushing on the backside is going to get fouled on the offensive rebound by Jason Griffin. And that's one away.
The fouls are a little different than they were in the first half. Maybe that's hurting us.
6-team foul on South Summit. Uintah will be in the bonus the rest of the way as they kick out top to Shirtliff. Shirtliff dribbles hard left, goes left elbow to Mansfield, and Mansfield kicks up as Bunderson brings it out again, sets it up for the Utes. South Summit having to work hard on the defensive side. Mansfield spinning his way in, goes hard, it goes over the back, no call as Griffin gets the board. Nice job there by Jason. South Summit can cut it to 4-5. Nice back cut, beautifully done from Beasley to Caden Atkinson. It's now a 5-point lead. Beautiful pass there by Beasley. Caden Atkinson came up under, finishes, a beautiful assist. Got the stop they needed, got the bucket they needed, needed another one. 6:13 left, 3rd quarter. Offensive foul on Cushing, that is 4. So he tried to clear out, push the left hand on Beasley. That's 4 on Cushing. We'll see if he goes with him here. Cushing, one of the leading scorers for Uintah. South Summit got another stop, can cut it to 3 with a bucket. Santos sets up the offense for South Summit. Beautiful pass down low to Griffin. Ball stolen away. Good hands there by Uintah. Tough break as Griffin had good position down low. Turnover South Summit, and Bunderson quickly into the lane, off the glass, and gets the shot. Beautifully done there by Bunderson. Back to a 7-point lead for Uintah. Caden Atkinson kicks off to Santos. 5:40 left, 4th quarter. Got to start whittling away at this lead. 7-point lead for Uintah. Anderson will go up top to Caden Atkinson and over to Santos. Santos goes baseline, goes up and under. Ball's knocked away, stolen away, and Beasley trying to, all kinds of trouble going on here as guys bumping into each other, falling around, stumbling around, and with 5:25 left, again, emotion starting to run a little high. As any time you got a couple of hands on the ball, as Nick Beasley reached around, thought he had a steal. They called a reach foul. Kind of pulled the ball out of the hands of Bettis. Bettis came flying out of there, stumbled over some feet, banged into Santos, and all kinds of commotion here as Bettis now will go to the free throw line.
Gosh, chance to go to a 9-point lead.
Yeah, they've had some chances here to minimize it. Now Uintah can kick it back up to 9. Bettis makes the free throw on the 1-and-1, and that's the problem here is Uintah's now in the bonus, so every South Summit foul is sending Uintah to the free throw line. They're down 8. 5:25 left in this 4th quarter. Bettis' second free throw is up and no good And Griffin with another big board as Santos brings it up for the Wildcats. Got to get a bucket here, trailing by 8. Down to 5 minutes in this ball game. Nick Beasley kicks off to Anderson. Open three. Get in there, Tanner. No good. Fight for the board as Caden Atkinson flying. Bunderson gets the loose ball, and Uintah back on the break. Kicks over to Bettis for the open three. Just rims out. Shurtleff with the offensive board. Blocked away by Santos. It'll be Uintah basketball.
Yeah, we need to find some offensive scoring there. We're getting decent looks. Just need to get some of those to drop.
Griffin had a good look on the offensive board, but Uintah's hands have been good this second half. They've stolen that ball away down low multiple times. 4:52 left in the quarter. Bunderson trying to find a seam. Kicks over to Cushing. Cushing's got 4s. Got to be careful. He does a bit of a crossover. Gets in the lane. Good pass to Mansfield on an open look. No good. Fight for the ball. Cushing is going to get called with a kick. And the kick, turnover from Uintah. Again, not happy. Coach Mansfield doesn't like the call, but it's South Summit basketball. 4:37 left. South Summit trailing by 8. Needs somebody here to step up, sink a shot. Coach Hatch has gone with this lineup the whole fourth quarter right here. Anderson, Griffin, Santos, Beasley, and Caden Atkinson. And Santos goes over to Beasley. Beasley in the lane, off the glass. Nick Beasley, big shot as Beasley gets into double figures. Big bucket there from the sophomore. 50-44 lead for Uintah. It's a 6-point lead. Reached around there. Beasley almost got the steal. It goes to McNamara. Guarded there by Caden Atkinson. Good pressure. Got to get some help. Bunderson into the lane. It ball's knocked away and blocked. Kicked out to Santos. South Summit on the run. Santos over the beautiful pass to Griffin. Fouled, and he counts it. Beautiful shot on the pass again from Santos. Santos, good court vision, finds a streaking Griffin. He's bumped, lays it up. This could be a 3-point lead now as Jason Griffin can go to the free throw line. And I believe that's 5 on Cushing, and it is. Big turn of events here for the Wildcats as they foul Cushing out of the ball game. Griffin gets the foul and the bucket. Can cut this lead to 3. And they'll take a few seconds for Uintah to decide who they're going to put into the ball game. Oh, now they're changing it.
Changing it to 23.
Changing it to 23, so Cushing will stay in the ball game. Yeah, we do need a rewind on that one. That would have been a big one because Cushing, nice player for Uintah. Nice long reach. Provides a lot of trouble defensively especially, and he's got 13 points on the night. So a nice night there from Cushing. But nonetheless, Griffin has got a chance to cut it to 3. Jason with a nice shot. 50-47, 3-point lead. Good pressure put on by South Summit. They got Cushing in trouble. And a timeout by Uintah as they saw Cushing in trouble in the corner. 3:48 left in the ball game. South Summit trailing 50-47. .348 left in a great game here to start off the South Summit basketball season. South Summit trailed by 10, 45-35, and since has gone on a 12-5 run. They've cut the lead to 3. It's Uintah basketball. South Summit pressure. Force Coach Mansfield from Uintah. Call a timeout. Cushing now will inbound for the Utes. Going to go down right to the wire here. Cushing goes to McNamara. South Summit has gone with two of these sophomores most of this second half. Caden Atkinson, Nick Beasley getting big minutes. Brady a little shaken up, missing Ty Jones. And so Santos and Griffin leading this group out here. Senior end, ball's down. It's flying around as Mansfield gets the offensive board. Another big offensive rebound by Uintah. He goes hard in the lane. Oh, it looked like he was going to call the charge. Ooh, he's going to call the block. I thought he was going to call the charge. He's going to get a two-shot free throw. And the foul is on number 1, Bracken Santos, his first foul of the night. That'll send Bunderson to the free throw line. Big free throws right here. Bunderson's first is up and good. Beautiful shot there by Bunderson. Nice and high and soft. Goes right through the center of the hoop. It's a 4-point lead for Uintah. Second shot for the Utes is up and no good. Rebound, Nick Beasley, 4-point lead, can cut it to 2. Santos brings it up for the Wildcats. Goes to Caden Atkinson. And Santos now over to a screen from Griffin. Goes up top to Griff. He's got an open look if he wanted it. Chooses against. Goes over to Santos. Santos directing traffic, trying to get Griffin down low. Can't find him. Goes over to Atkinson. Down low, good position. Go up, Griff. He's got it. No good. Offensive board blocked away, and Mansfield gets called on the foul. And didn't look like a lot of contact, but Griffin gets the call. He'll go to the free throw line. 2 shots for Griff. Can cut it to 2. As I liked how Santos got Griffin down low, got a good inbound entry from Caden Atkinson, and Griffin's first shot is good. Great job there by Griffin, as he's now hit 5 free throws in a row.
Cut it to 2 here, Griff.
Griffin having a beautiful game to start the season off. Great job by Griffin. 49-51 margin, and stolen away by Anderson. It's going to be, Uintah basketball. Tanner looked like he got his hands on it. Coach Hatch thought he saw something differently, and right in front of the South Summit bench. Good hustle there by Anderson. It'll be Uintah basketball. I like the increased energy here. South Summit defensive pressure, little urgency. 2-point lead for the Utes. As Bettis having to inbound for Uintah, they go over to McNamara. McNamara kicks off to Bunderson. South Summit drops back from the pressure. They'll go some hard half-court defense. 2:33 left in the ball game. As McNamara trying to find somebody. Santos denying Bunderson from getting the ball. Anderson and Griffin now getting some help from one another. They go over to McNamara, deep in the corner. 2:18 left. South Summit still trailing by 2, having a good defensive series here as Uintah burning time off this clock. They go to the left wing, and Caden Atkinson. That's a continuation there. Atkinson got the foul. They allowed Mansfield to continue on. He goes up off the glass, gets the bucket. Caden a bit late there, picks up the foul. It'll send Mansfield to the free throw line on the made bucket. So 2:07 left. Good shot there from Mansfield, having a big night as well. And Atkinson's going to have to check out. Looks like he got maybe a thigh bruise.
Somebody's trying to stretch out.
As Brady will check back into the ball game. Good minutes there by Caden Atkinson. Getting his first real big varsity time. And Mansfield bangs it off the glass. Missed it so far it went in. 5-point lead for Uintah as Mansfield gets the 3-point play. South Summit needs a bucket. Go to Tanner Anderson. Back to Anderson. Beasley looks low. Timeout called by Coach Hatch. We'll take one. South Summit again trailing by 5, 54-49. Full timeout on the court. We'll be back in 1 minute with 1:51 left. Right, down here to the end of this ball game. It's been a good one. Uintah's had their way a little bit this second half. South Summit's been trying to scratch their way back, trailing by 5, 54-49. Had it down to 2. Mansfield finished the three-point play. Lead by 5 now. South Summit will have the ball out of a timeout, and the ball will be under the basket. We'll see what kind of a play Coach Hatch calls out of the timeout. Typically very good right here as they get an open 3 from Griffin. Get in, yes! Jason Griffin with the big 3 out of the timeout. Griffin having a huge game. It's a 2-point lead. Bunderson off to Cushing. Beautiful call there as Griffin came out of the middle. Off the glass, no good. Rebound South Summit. They can tie it up. 1:33 left. Deep down. Tough break there. Tough pass from Beasley. Little greedy, wanted too much. It goes back to Uintah, and Beasley gets the foul. That'll send Cushing to the free throw line. Anderson was open for just a minute. Beasley a little late on the pass, a little too far, and turns the ball over. A little bit of a youthful mistake there from Beasley, but gaining good experience here. Great minutes he's able to get in.
Yeah, good minutes from both him and Atkinson.
Cushing will go to the free throw line. Double bonus for the Utes. First free throw is good. Back to a 3-point lead as Jordan Cushing. Like you mentioned, Uintah is a good free throw shooting team. They've only missed 2 free throws on the night. Cushing's second free throw is good and kicks this back up to a 4-point lead. Timeout on the court. And a full timeout, so we'll take another one. Teams trying to strategize here to finish off this ball game. 56-52 lead. South Summit trailing by 4. .124 left. 56-52 lead for the Utes. It's South Summit basketball. Still plenty of time for South Summit. Narrow this margin up. Need a bucket right here. Use some of that defensive pressure after a made shot would help on some full court. 1:23 left in the ball game. Santos brings it up to Griffin. Griffin over to Beasley. They go up high. Griff's got another look at a 3. It's up, no good. Little pressure as Mansfield flew high, kind of had to adjust his shot, and now Bunderson on the missed shot gets the ball knocked out. It'll be Uintah basketball. So Uintah basketball leading by 4, 104 left in the ball game. Right at half court, Uintah will be inbounding. Some point here, Uintah will have to go to the free throw line. See how long South Summit tries to get the steal as they go up to McNamara, guarded closely there by Anderson. He goes baseline, and he's fouled. Almost could have been goaltending as Brady, as he was trying to block the shot, got his hand up inside the net as Bettis beats Anderson off the dribble, goes baseline, and that'll send McNamara, to the free throw line.
Yeah, and he fouled out.
And now Matt Brady, who got the foul, looks like they're calling it on. I thought it was on Anderson. They call it on Brady.
I thought it was way before he even got.
That's what I thought. So Brady now will foul out of this ball game. And so Zach Atkinson will check in. So you got Zach Atkinson, Santos, Tanner, Jason Griffin, Nick Beasley, and McNamara. Rims one out. One of the few misses there by Uintah. Break for South Summit. See if they can't put a little more pressure on him again here. Got to get the offensive board. Can't allow the long arms of Mansfield and Cushing to get over top Second free throw's good. It's a 5-point lead for Uintah. Need a quick, good shot right here from South Summit as Santos quickly comes up, goes to Beasley. Beasley over to Zach Atkinson, cross court. Nice job by Nick. He goes up hard, misses an easy one. Fight for the ball, and coming down with it. Oh, and they call it intentional foul on Zach Beasley, as Beasley, going for the ball, kind of got behind the Uintah offensive man, kind of drug him down a little bit. I'm not sure it was an intentional foul. And that's 5 on Beasley. And Beasley now will foul out of the ball game. Coach Hatch is running out of players, as Beasley now and Brady have fouled out. Atkinson went out a little injured, and they're going to have to bring in Brandon Danzy. Good little quick, another sophomore guard off the bench. Hasn't seen much minutes tonight. And Coach Hatch not happy.
Coach Hatch better be careful. He might get a tee.
So first shot there made by Bettis. It's a 58-52 lead. Bettis misses the second, but unfortunately, Uintah will maintain possession on the intentional foul. That's the killer there. Down 4, you don't mind the foul, but the intentional foul call is what hurts them, because now they got to foul again.
Yeah, and I think he was just falling. I don't think it was intentional.
I don't think so either. I thought that was a tough call, as Beasley will have to check out of the ball game with 5 fouls. Nice game there by Nick. As Bettis now inbounds and is fouled. McNamara on the inbound entry. Griffin gets the foul on him. That'll send McNamara to the free throw line. .38 seconds left in this ball game. Things starting to slip away here a little bit for South Summit. They need Uintah to miss some free throws. Trailing by 6. These are big here for Uintah. McNamara's first shot is good. It's now back to a 7-point lead for the Utes. Oh, can't do that. That's a violation. Coach wanted him to go back. Ball was already to him. So a little bit of a break there. A little bit of a coaching there by Coach Mansfield. He tried to send it back after the ball shooter had the basketball at the free throw line. So violation. Danzy over to Griffin. Griffin puts up a 3. No good, but the offensive board to Santos. Go up with it, Bracken. Get in there. No good, as Bracken Santos with the good offensive board. That'll send him to the free throw line, though. Can score some points here with the clock stop. He's got to score these right here, Bracken. Cut it to a 5-point lead. Still a 2-possession game if he can sink them. South Summit's going to have to foul on the made shot. Santos' first shot is up and short. Bracken misses the first. He's got another one. Still can keep it to a 2-possession game if he can sink this one. Second shot is up and good as Bracken gets the free throw. And a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Bracken Santos, 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Bracken has 8 points on the night. It's a 6-point lead. And this will be a good film for South Summit to watch. A lot of things they can learn, especially late in this ball game, where some turnovers have been costly, some missed free throws. But specifically, I'd say, Joe, offensive rebound. We've given way too many offensive rebounds to Uintah. Made a few turnovers late that have been costly, missed a few free throws, and those generally will put you in some trouble. And South Summit trails by 6, but that's why you schedule good games early.
Right.
A big 3A team comes in. They show you what you got to work for, so I like this game early in the year. Certainly lot more to be learned from this game than a 30-point win. And another bit of defensive pressure put on by South Summit forces Uintah to take another timeout. It'll be a quick 30 timeout. South Summit's got a quick team out there with Santos Danzy, Zach Atkinson, Griffin, and Tanner Anderson. It's a small team but a quick team, a good one for putting on pressure.
Well, the nice thing is how many minutes. Had a lot of guys get some good minutes out there tonight that, like you mentioned, wouldn't be starting otherwise.
Yep.
Good, positive,
and that's
probably get some playing time on other games as well.
Absolutely. All right. South Summit trailing by 6. Just got word that the South Summit girls win at Layton Christian 44-32. So the South Summit Lady Cats get their first win of the game year on the road, as South Summit now trying to get a quick turnover. 21 seconds left. They got him in trouble. Throws it off his leg. Nice move there by Bettis as he was about ready to get a 5-second call.
We need a play clock.
Yep, we need a quick one here as Cushing tries to inbounds for Uintah. Goes up top, and there's going to be a foul on Uintah. Foul on number 23 with a blocking foul, trying to set a pick. So that'll be number 3 on Mansfield. It's a 1-and-1 for South Summit, finally into the bonus. So we'll see who they send to the free throw line for South Summit. And it looks like Bracken's going to shoot for South Summit. See if Bracken can get things going here offensively at the free throw line. Need these shots, could cut it to 4. So they get the turnover on the offensive foul from Uintah. Still got a chance here. It's got to be quick, and have got to hit free throws. Bracken's shot is up and good. Good shot there by Bracken. 2 in a row now from the free throw line. Bracken has 9 points on the night, can get to double figures. Second free throw is up and good. Beautiful, Bracken. 3 consecutive free throws. It's a 4-point lead, 18 seconds. Got to foul quick. In some trouble, get the steal right there. Oh, they don't even call the foul. Still don't call the foul, and then they call it on that one. Tough break as they reach around twice, allow 2 fouls to go. Then there's a technical on somebody, and that
A double technical.
Who's the technicals on? If it's a double technical and he gets ejected, so a technical foul on Santos and Griffin. So double technical fouls.
Bracken wasn't even clear down there.
So must have said some as they were walking off. Not sure what happened, but it's going to send Uintah for a lot of free throws. So we had the bucket by Bettis, puts it to a 6-point lead. He got fouled on the play, so he has 1 free throw. Then it's going to send Uintah to the free throw line for 4 free throws on the technical fouls. And that'll probably do it for this ball game, as we'll see how many Cushing gets to shoot here. He might shoot all 4 of them. Cushing has not missed a free throw so far, and he still continues to be perfect. So Cushing now extends this lead to 7. Has 3 more free throws. Cushing hits 2 out of 2. He's got 2 more. So this is a bit rare to see 4 consecutive technical free throws.
The score in the scorebook's definitely not going to show the game, is it?
Cushing hits 3 in a row. This isn't easy to do with nobody around, I don't think, either. He's been pretty smooth with the free throws.
He shot a lot of free throws.
Yeah,
in
and
his life.
He's been good. Hits 4 in a row. Great shooting there by Cushing. Now Bettis will go to the free throw line to shoot his free throw. 1 free throw on the made shot he had. So this is going to take what was a 4-point game to now a 10-point game and an 11-point game. So it slips away here at the end as Jeremy Gines and Jackson Clegg will check in for Santos and Griffin. Good move there by Coach Hatch. They don't want an ejection here because they'd have to sit out the next game as well. And this game's over, so no reason to get anybody in more trouble as a fight for the ball. McNamara comes down with it, 5 seconds left, and South Summit will let the time run out, and Uintah will sneak away with the win on the road here at South Summit, 66-55. Hard-fought game from both teams as South Summit got close. They were within 2 at 51-49, but just unable to push it over the edge there. South Summit will lose by 11. But 7 of those points came in the last few minutes. South Summit loses by 11, 66-55. Great night here tonight by Jason Griffin as he has 25 points on the night. Bracken Santos has the three last points of the night, finishes with 10. Nick Beasley with 10 as well to lead South Summit in scoring. So good job there to start off the year. South Summit loses a tough one, 66-55. South Summit will be on the road Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with games at the Ben Lomond tournament. So join them down there at Ben Lomond. We will not have those games on the road, but a great night tonight. A lot of learning to be done. And South Summit will start the season with a tough loss. Joe, thanks for joining us tonight. Tough one, huh?
Tough one. Good to be back in basketball season, though. Nice and warm inside. A lot of energy.
And the basketball season is underway. There's wrestling here tomorrow night. Girls win on the road tonight. There was a swim meet tonight, so the winter season has begun. So good job there by our South Summit Wildcats. They lose a tough one, 66-55. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with the next home game on South Summit Sports. Thanks to Jeremy Fierro, his student group. Thanks to All West. And thanks for all the cameramen who brought it for you tonight. We'll conclude the evening. Tough loss. South Summit loses to Uintah, 66-55. Have a great night.